Emily, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be reviewing this 2021 Modular Police Station. This is set number 10278. It comes with 2,923 pieces, plus it's 18 plus, so get your parents' permission first. Over here is a completed build for the Modular Police Station, and it is absolutely stunning. It definitely looks like something I would see in New York, and it's honestly just really amazing they fit 3 buildings onto one base plate. They've done this before with the bookshop as well as with Assembly Square, but this is definitely different, and these buildings don't actually come apart, whereas with the bookshop they do. Also, this is the second biggest modular building behind Assembly Square, so this thing is absolutely massive, and I cannot wait to see how it fits in with my other modular sets in my Lego city. This build consists of 3 different buildings with a 2-story donut shop, a 3-story police station, as well as a tiny little newsstand to the side. And actually, it comes with this huge printed piece over here, the soaps and suds, which is actually a reference to the bank modular set. So I just love that these modulars kind of have continuity. I just think that's really cool, and like those little details really matter to me. And also, just like the funny cliche in this set is like, this is a donut shop next to a police station. Like, that's such like a cartoonish, funny cliche that like everyone's aware of. So, I mean, I just love that Lego kind of took that and ran with it. And there's a whole story going on in this set, and it's really funny. So, there's this guy here, and he lives in the 2nd-story apartment above the donut shop. And the whole mystery is that there's a donut thief that's still hungry. So, he's still on the loose. He wants more donuts. And he actually works at the newsstand where they sell these newspapers because he has one, and they also sell them here. So, they're located in both places. But he lives upstairs in this apartment, and essentially, he has this little hole through the roof, and he's just stealing donuts every night. So, I mean, it's just kind of funny. The police station's right here. Like, he's surrounded by the police with the newsstand over here and then the donut shop here. So, it's just something funny. Like, if this is their biggest problem, a donut thief, like, I feel like our Lego city is going to be safe. So, I just love the little stories they include in it. The set is just honestly so stunning. Like, I really love this green foliage up and down the side. You can tell that it's an old building. It's very old New York style building, but it's very well maintained, and this greenery just adds such a beautiful touch to it because there's not much greenery in New York, and it's not blocking anything. Like, it doesn't take away from the actual build. So I really love how they did that, because in the bookshop, like, there was this huge birch tree outside, and I just feel like it kind of took away from the set. Like, it definitely blocked the modular. So I'm happy that's not the case here. And then as for the trees down below, they used these new gear pieces for them, and I think that's really creative. Like, it actually looks really nice with the gears, and again, it doesn't take away from the build at all. So I really appreciate that they did that. And something I get a little bit picky about sometimes is not having enough place to put my minifigures to make them stand up in my city. And here they actually come with quite a few little jumper tiles, so that's really great. And it also comes with this bench. So even though all 4 of my jumper tiles are taken up by minifigures right now, there's still a bench so I can place my minifigures there as well. I do wish that they had a few more jumper tiles included here in case you did want to place more and put more minifigures out on display, but that's something I can obviously change later, so that's like not a big deal. And then just like another fun little detail is along the top of the roof, they used upside down wolf head pieces from the Minecraft line, and Lego definitely lets you know this. Like, in the instructions they say, hey, like, does this remind you of something? And I just love when they use pieces for different things, and they thought it was pretty funny. I thought it was clever too, so I just really liked that detail. As for the build itself, it wasn't very difficult at all. Usually in the modulars there might be a few little advanced building techniques, but this was pretty straightforward. It was pretty simple. There was a lot of brickwork involved, which is honestly just like my favorite. I just love how it looks. It's very clean, it's very smooth, it's kind of fun, mindless. So I did kind of enjoy that, even though it wasn't like anything complex or challenging. But I have to say, this is probably one of my favorite modular sets so far, and I have a bunch of them: the bookshop, Assembly Square, Parisian restaurant, diner. I think there's one more, but this is for sure my favorite. I just think it's beautiful, it's stunning, it's gonna be an instant classic. So I just love it, and I'm so excited to put it into my Lego city. But let's take a closer look now and look inside this building, because the inside is also just absolutely amazing. If you're not familiar with modular sets, they're actually pretty amazing because you can take apart the different levels pretty easily. So here's the first level of the police station modular building. On the left here we have the donut shop. In the middle is the police station lobby, and then over here is also like an extension of the police station. It's like a little jail cell to the side, and way in the front here we have the little newsstand. There's a lot going on this first level, and I really like how much they fit into such a small space. My only gripe with the donut stand is that there's really nothing on the walls. Like, the walls are all very plain, and I kind of wish that they had done something else with it, but I mean, at the same time, like, you don't really look inside it too often, because once it's in your Lego city or, you know, on your shelf or wherever you're gonna put it, you're not really interacting with it as much. So I don't think it's a huge deal, but I would have liked to see at least like a little bit more detail on the wall. But besides that small thing, like the donut shop really looks amazing. I love all the little accessories. The little donuts are so cute, and there's a little minifigure girl inside, and she's just amazing. Like her outfit is just so adorable. Her little stripes are super cute. And so yeah, she just like works in there, and I just love that. The colored bricks they chose for the donut shop are also just really cute. They're so bright and fun, and it's somewhere that I would actually love to go visit. So, I mean, when you're making a Lego city, they all look very similar, but at the same time, like you want it to reflect your own personality. So I do just love this donut shop. Like that's somewhere I would want to go and have a coffee, have a donut. So I do really like that. Something else that kind of bothers me a little bit, it's nothing wrong with the build itself, but it's just like, do we really need more restaurants, cafes, diners, etc.? Like, I feel like every modular so far involves food in some way or another. There's the diner, there's Assembly Square with the bakery, there's the Parisian restaurant, like that whole first level is a restaurant. So, I mean, it's just like, how much food do we need in a Lego city, you know? But, I mean, it's still really cute. Like, I'm not upset at all with the build. It's just kind of the theme. Like, do we really need more food? How much do these people eat, you know? As for the police lobby, they did a really great job. Like I said earlier, they definitely utilized this space very well. And for such a small little area, there's just so much included. I love the little water jug on the side here with the blue studs inside, and then the clock and like just little accessories, the walkie-talkies on the wall over here. And then there's the old rotary phone, which is a great detail. In the instructions too, it was like, the rotary phone represents that it's from the 1940s. And it's like, yeah, like, we know, but I mean, it's just kind of nice. Like the little details really matter. And then the stairs they just look so nice and clean. It is kind of cool that going under the stairs, there's a basement, which I don't think I've seen in a modular before. I mean, obviously it doesn't go anywhere. This is on a base plate, but I mean, it's still really nice and it just looks really good. It just adds a lot to it. It makes it seem more realistic, I guess, because I feel like a basement would exist in a 1940s style police station. I feel like that's very realistic. And then over here is the jail cell. And this piece here actually comes up so you can see better inside. This door is pretty cool too. Like, I just really like how that looks. But anyways, inside here, there's actually so many little things happening. So this actually tells a big part of the story. Basically, here's the bed, and you can lift this up to see underneath, and there's like a spoon down there, which is, you know, kind of like the cliche. Like you see that in movies or cartoons or whatever, like people dig out of jail with their spoon. I don't think that's like a real thing, but I mean, it's just kind of fun. It just adds to the story of this like fun little Lego City police station. And then along the wall down there, it's kind of hard to see, but that's where they actually use the spoon to start digging. So they've already gotten good progress through it. And then when you look at the back, it's actually pretty funny and adds to the story. There's the crack there. So I guess someone got out at some point, which is pretty surprising. But anyways, it's just the fun little details in these builds that just make them extra special to me. And then when you open the door back here, you get the Easter egg. And I just like, I don't really understand it, but it's a literal Easter egg. I'm not sure if it's actually from a TV show. That's what I heard. So that's what I told you guys earlier in different videos on this channel. But I mean, I don't really understand it. So if anyone actually knows what that's about, please let me know. Maybe it's just like a TV show I haven't seen, so I don't get the reference. But I just thought that was kind of weird. So anyways, yeah, this is the first level. And I just love all the small details here. Like they did a really great job with it. And then let's open up the newsstands. So the roof comes off, and here's the piece for it. It just says news, kind of fun. And on the inside, there is actually a donut down there, which is very indicative of who the donut thief is, because it's definitely the guy that works at the newsstand. He must be very sneaky, because he's been getting away with it for a while. And then here's a closer up look at the front of the building. Here's the little gear trees. I just think they look really cool. And then the greenery going up. It doesn't interfere at all with disassembling this build by level. So, I mean, that's really nice. I was a little worried about that. Like, how would the greenery work when you want to, you know, take up the different levels from it? But I love it. The green just looks amazing, and the front just looks so great. Like, I really can't wait to put this in my Lego City. Okay, anyways, let's look at level 2. So here is the second level of the modular building. On the left here, right above the donut shop, we have an apartment, and that's actually where the donut thief lives. And this is actually such a fun story. Like, I just love finding all the details from it. So basically, under his bed here, he fishes down this hole to get the donuts after dark. And as you can see on his minifigure here, he actually has a little fishing pole with a donut on the other end. So that's just so fun. He's just fishing for donuts at night. I don't know. And then the other details in his little studio apartment just like definitely remind me of New York. They always talk about people just being crammed into tiny little spaces, paying $3,000 a month for rent. So, I mean, I just feel like this is very much like New York. I've never lived in New York, but this is exactly what I would picture in an apartment, especially if this guy works at a newsstand. He probably doesn't have the most luxurious apartment in the city. And I think this guy has a side hustle as a DJ because he has this little DJ setup back there, but it's probably not going too well if he's stealing donuts at night. And then as for this side of the building, that's pretty much it. The roof goes right on here. So those are the 2 stories for the donut shop / apartment. And then in the middle here, we have like the office space for the police station. And there's all these just fun details. Like I love this little pin board on the side. It looks like they're just solving mysteries, trying to find clues to, I guess, find the donut thief. They're not very good at it because he like lives right here. But that just adds to how funny this set is. We also see an old phone and a typewriter over here just to indicate what year this set's from. So those details definitely help out. And then again, these stairs just look very good. The tile work looks amazing. The little potted plant just looks super cute. I love that. And something kind of cool about these sets is the stairs actually lead to the next story. Like sometimes it's just kind of like fake stairs or whatever, but like it actually leads down. So like if there was really a minifigure living here or working here, whatever, they could actually walk and it all works and it's like an actual building. So these sets are just so good. I love these. And then on the side here, it's the little mugshot area. So, you know, the criminal can get his mugshot, get his photo taken, and also there's a little donut on the shelf here too. So the donuts are sprinkled all over the set, and I just know the designers had a blast making this. It's so funny. When we turn this around, there is a little patio outside of the thief's apartment. So that's kind of fun. It doesn't look very safe, but I mean, it's New York. I don't know what to expect there. So now let's get the 3rd level on. So here's the 3rd level of the modular building, and as you can see over here, the roof is on top of the donut shop / apartment. So that's all finished. I do love this little water tower though. I don't think we've seen that in a modular building before. So that's kind of different, kind of fun. And then there's a little ladder on the side here that's kind of cute, leading up to what will be the roof on top of here. But let's check out the police station inside first. This appears to be like a lobby area with an interrogation room over here where there's actually like tape recordings so that they can record their confession, which is kind of fun. And then over here is a toilet with no sink, so that's super gross. Why'd they do that? And then of course there's a few little accessories here too. There's these 2 little medals or badges basically hanging up on the wall, so that's kind of fun. That's like something I would expect to see in a police station, at least from TV. I've seen that a lot. And then on the side over here, it is the evidence locker. And the roof comes up kind of like this. It's modular, so that's really nice. And then inside we see all of these different pieces of evidence they've confiscated from criminals. So we actually have a bunch of weird stuff in here. There's a cookie. There's vials of yellow something. A frying pan, a beanie, and a ruby. So that's the kind of people we're dealing with here. It's pretty funny. Just like, it just seems so cartoonish to me. And then just to check it out again, here's the Soaps and Suds printed piece, and this is amazing. It's 2 different pieces, but it's printed. No stickers, thank God. I do not like stickers, so I'm really happy modulars all have printed pieces. And the printing work just looks so cute. The purple definitely ties in with the purple from the donut shop, and the Soaps and Suds is a reference to the bank modular. So like I said earlier, it's just really cool to have that continuity in here. And then also over here, you can kind of see the foliage a little bit closer up. It really just looks so beautiful, kind of crawling up the side of the building. So just everything about this is amazing, but let me put on the roof and show you that. And then there's also this fun little detail in the front with that bluebird and the donut. I have a theory actually that maybe it wasn't Donut Thief after all, or maybe he had an accomplice. I think maybe him and the bird were working together because there was also a bird in the bookshop set. So maybe there's something going on there. I don't know. I think the bird's involved. I feel like that's a good chunk of evidence. That bird has a donut. So here's the top of the building, here's the roof piece, and there's really nothing too crazy going on up here. We have this 2-way radio for them to listen to your phone calls or whatever that does. There's an air duct, and honestly, I just really like that there's a lot of space up here because I like having little rooftop parties in my Lego city. All of those costumed collectible minifigures, they just fit so well up in a little rooftop party because I like to display them, but I never really know where to put them because it's not like they make sense in a Lego city typically, but in a roof party they do. So there's plenty of space for, for my minifigure parties up there or whatever I'm gonna do. So here's where we keep our modulars in our Lego city, and as you can see we have the Parisian restaurant, Assembly Square, the bookshop. Here's our new modular police station, and then the diner next to it. And one thing to keep in mind with this modular set is with this little Soaps and Suds sign to the side, a lot of the modulars actually block it, so you have to kind of be careful with like where you put it. We do have room next to it here where there is a gap, so like it won't like not fit, if that makes sense. Like it'll definitely fit wherever you put it. It's just, you'll want to see it. I don't know. I think it's a really cool part of this build. So making sure it's on display was something that we really wanted to do. And this modular set is definitely a great centerpiece, but it's not flashy, it's not overwhelming. I was worried it would be a little bit too big because it's just a very tall building, especially compared to the diner or even like the bookshop over here. But it really isn't that outrageous because Assembly Square is about the same height along with the Parisian restaurant. So, I mean, I really think it fits in. It's not going to overwhelm your city if you're worried about that at all. I think it fits in perfectly. So now let's check out the different minifigures from this set because they're just really perfect. So this is the first one. She works in the little donut shop next door, and the instructions are actually really funny. They have all this weird commentary. This one says, "Our good-natured shop owner runs the delicious donut shop." So like there's all this weird commentary in the instructions, which I totally forgot to mention earlier, but it's definitely worth noting because there's some like weird facts in there. I just really love her torso printing. It just looks so good. The little pink and green stripes just look so fun and happy. It definitely reminds me of something I would find in a little mom and pop run donut shop somewhere. And then her hairpiece is just super cute. Like, I just love how it looks. It's just very, very adorable. She definitely looks like someone who would work in a cute little donut shop. Her accessory is this coffee pot, and that's just, I mean, it makes sense, right? It's a donut shop. Of course, she's serving coffee to everybody, so that's perfect. Plus, with the police station right next door, they're probably coming in all the time for coffee. And she has two alternative face printing. So here, she's closing her eyes and smiling. And then on the back, her mouth is a little bit more open. So they're just really nice little printings. Here's one of the police officers. His chest printing also looks really nice. I like the little touches of gold. That looks really good. And then he has this little walkie-talkie accessory. His hat also has that gold on top, so that just looks really nice. And the instructions say that he's a fresh-faced police officer and recent graduate from the academy, so he's just getting started. He probably has a long career ahead of him, protecting the city from donut thieves or whatever. And here we have our donut thief slash newsstand operator slash apartment resident above the donut shop. And his accessories are the Daily Brick Donut Thief Still Hungry news bulletin, as well as this little fishing rod with a donut at the end. So it's definitely just such a funny story he tells. He's definitely the main event of the show. He's definitely like the main guy here. He's the one the story revolves around, and he lives right next door to the cops. So it's just such a funny little story. But his face printing just looks really good. I like the little beard, and it's very speckled. Like, he looks like he's a criminal. I don't know, he's just like kind of rough looking. And then his jacket's kind of nice. I really like those touches of silver along it. That just looks really good. And the instructions say that our newsstand operator is full of big ideas and tall tales. So that's something. So here's the second police officer out of 3 total. His chest printing is actually the same as the first officer I showed you, along with the hat. He's definitely been on the force for a while. He has that mustache to prove it, along with that beard. His accessory is handcuffs that you can see here, and that's pretty cool. I actually like that accessory. I haven't seen that before, so I'm really happy we have that. And the instructions say that his story is that he is a veteran police officer and ready to solve any crime that comes his way. So he's been around for a while for sure. So here's our fourth and final minifigure. I just really love this one. She looks awesome. She has a cute little bun in the back, and she is the captain of the police force. The instructions say that the captain knows every brick of the police station and wants to take a bite out of crime, which is funny because it's like a donut shop. So the Lego designers definitely had a lot of fun with this set. She's holding a little coffee mug because the donut shop's right next door, so she has to get her coffee. And her chest printing just looks really good. It's a little bit different because she's the captain, so she has a tie on as well as her badge. So you can kind of see the comparison here. It's definitely a little bit different. I really like her face printing too. She looks really smug. She looks like she knows what she's doing, and the freckles are just really cute. So yeah, I'm definitely a fan of this one. She looks awesome. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video useful. This modular set is gonna be an instant classic. It was so much fun to build. It looks amazing in my Lego city, and I have zero regrets buying this. It is such a beautiful set. If you found this video useful, please consider subscribing. I would really appreciate it. Anyways, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.